So just last night I happened to run across the video that I made of a hike a long time ago. It was actually about 1.5 years ago. And I thought, well, I've still been doing hikes. Why have I still not been making videos? So this is a video about today's hike. The purpose of today's hike is to get up as far up Wilsie Creek as I can. I'm going to be taking the creek trail, which is a little slower going, but it's a lot shorter, and it will let me get to Split Rock in a shorter time. And then from there, I'm going to push on, so we'll see how that goes. There's tons of birds out today. I just saw a hummingbird, I saw what I think was a robin, and then a small, it was bright blue. It looked the color of a scrub jay, but it was too small to be a scrub jay. They're just flying all over the place. It's great. Hi, checking in again. I've been hiking for about 40-45 minutes, and I'm way up the creek, probably getting close to Split Rock pretty soon, the Split Rock turnoff. Although I'm thinking if there's a possibility that I miss it, and that's okay, because ideally I'd like to find a way that goes straight up the creek with the shortest amount of distance to get up to the cliffs. It's been real nice. I've seen there's a lot of plants that are just green, green, green. I saw some wild cucumbers. I've seen these pretty pink flowers that I showed you a photo of, and I just saw my first butterfly sitting on a branch over behind the camera. So it's a very nice day. The weather is super nice. The sun is out, but I'm protected by a lot of vegetation, so it's still pretty wet and moist and cool down here. It's a great day for a hike. Well, I made it to Split Rock, and I'm breathing hard because I decided I couldn't keep going up the creek. It was just too strewn with branches and down trees, and having a clear path up to Split Rock was very tempting. So I made it up here. You can't see it. It's right behind those bushes over there. I forgot to tape as I passed, so I'm here. What we're going to do is I'm going to keep following this trail. See a trail that goes between those bushes? We're going to keep following that trail until it gets to the place where Erica and I dead-ended last time. And we'll take it from there. New uncharted territory. This is the spot where Eric and I stopped last time. You can see a little pile of rocks. Actually, we didn't place those. I think Eric might have put one on top. But this is where the trailblazing begins, at least for me. Obviously, people have been here before. I'm going to go that way down into the creek. But I know people have been here before, because last time we were at this point, there was some pipe laid. And that was a nice surprise. So, try to go down to the creek, try to see if there's any trails along the mountainside right here, and I'll update you when I make some progress. So, the airplane going by overhead. I did go down to the creek because I didn't find any other trails that continued on the mountainside, and found a trail. Didn't find a trail going backwards, didn't look too hard. Did find a trail going forwards, but eventually that trail disappeared. And so what I'm doing now is I'm just following the creek. You can see the rocks. I'm just rock hopping from here. And it's getting pretty close. I said I was going to turn around 2 o'clock. I might do 2:30, or I may just keep to my original time, because down here in sort of a canyon, the sun goes down a little bit earlier than if you can see the horizon. So I'm going to keep going for now. I'll probably leave some sort of a marker, whether physical or electronic, so I can tell where I got, and then I'll turn around from there. But for now, upward and onward. Keep hiking. I got my gloves out. That was some real trailblazing right there. It was just way overgrown. Some areas it looked like an alternative trail had been carved by other people, where they just said, we're not going through the old trail. It's too overgrown. And the other thing is, I'm going to stop here to take a snack. I brought some oranges and sandwiches before I continue. Okay, I'm backlit right now, but here's a really neat part of Wilsie Creek where you got these huge boulders. Not huge, but big boulders. It's been fun hopping along them. I'm gonna keep going right up this way. All right, so after bouldering for a while, I found the trail, and I hopped back on it, and it followed the creek up the canyon. Now there were some pretty tough spots. I was glad I had my gloves on. At one point I was down on my hands and knees crawling through the brush, but I may have been on the wrong trail at that point. And just a while later, about 2 o'clock, I lost the trail, and I sat down to consult my map, and about 2:15 I realized, well, you know what, it's time to call it quits. It's time to head back. The sun's only about half an hour above the wall of the canyon right there, but the sky will stay light until probably about 5 o'clock. I consulted Google Maps and Google Earth, and it looks like I made it about halfway to the cliffs, which if I left at 11:30, stopped at 2, that puts it about 2.5 hours. Some of that's pretty easy hiking, so I'd say probably another 3-4 hours to the cliffs. So I estimate that the full trip would probably be a full day's hike with the night under the stars at the cliffs, and then hike back the next day. I can't see the cliffs right now. If you look this way, it looks like there's a big hill right there, and I think, according to what the map tells me, the creek is gonna go up to that hill. We're gonna hang a right, and then we're gonna hang a slight left, and then we'll have a straight shot to the cliffs from there. And that would mean that it's only about another hour or so before I could see the cliffs straight ahead, and that would be really nice. But that's not gonna happen today because I got sort of a late start. You know, it's vacation. It's hard to get up at 7-8 in the morning. So yeah, it's time to head back now. Still a lot of hard hiking to do because, again, this trail probably hasn't been used in years. That's what I'm thinking. There's definitely no, micro trash or pieces of food garbage, nothing like that. Nothing for a long time. Hasn't been anything like that for a long time. So I suspect that there hasn't been anybody up here for a long time. All right, I'm gonna have me a few more pieces of orange, a couple more drinks of water, and then I'm on my way back. Well, I made it all the way back to Split Rock on trails, which is interesting because if you remember going, I chose to come up from the creek to Split Rock and then hike along the mountainside until I couldn't any further. So that says that there is a trail that goes along Split Rock, at least from the northern side of Split Rock up all the way up the Wilsie Creek. Whether there's a trail that continues from the south side of Split Rock to the north side of Split Rock, I'm not sure. I'm sure it's there. I just couldn't find it last time, and I'm not going to find it this time because the sun is going down, as you can tell by how shady it is in this valley. I've decided that on the way back, I'm just going to head over the hill, try to get some sunshine. It's getting a little bit cool. I have one layer on, one layer in my backpack. See if I can make it up into the sunshine for the rest of the hike. Over the ridge, the ravens in the neighborhood are clicking at me. Look at this. Oh yeah, check that out. Beautiful sunshine. I come back over the mountain. either my feet in the pool or a trip to the barn to say hi to the horses. Today, horses are here. They don't have a lot of company. This is Harley. He's a friendly guy.